So here we are today after today's friendly game against Wessex Wanderers Reserves. The game finished Bristol United 1, Wessex 1. We're joined by the manager John Gilbertson and today's man of the match Jack Gilbertson. So we'll start with you, John. Can you give us your immediate thoughts on the team's performance today?
I thought it was excellent today. It was a tough game against an opponent who was way above us in the standings in the leagues. All I've asked the players today is to sort of go out and relax and play their football, which is the focus of what we're looking at the moment. But I thought the lads were superb. A few players missing as well today, but I thought it was a pretty even first half. I thought we slightly edged the first half. Second half, the first 25 half hour, second half, I thought we totally sort of dominated it. We didn't look, I don't think, that threatening in terms of creating loads of chances, but play-wise, I think he was much the sort of superior side. It was sort of went 1-0 down from a break and then sort of scored about 5 minutes to go from Josh. But yeah, thoroughly deserved to fall. A little bit unlucky, even we could probably deserve the win.
So with this being a friendly, obviously it was on, being a friendly didn't matter, a chance to try things out and maybe try people in new positions. But with the reset we've had since the start of the season, how important do you think it was still there to maintain that same mentality, get the performance right? And there's that old saying, there's no such thing as a friendly. So with a positive result as well, how do you think that's going to affect us moving forward?
Well, again, I think it's another positive day for the lads, because this was always going to be a process to start with. It was just going to sort of go from playing like we was playing to playing like we want to play. 1 week is going to take a series of weeks and a couple of months, but it's another sort of big thumbs up from the squad today, because, like I said, there's a few people who have come in, Ben today, Dan and stuff like that, which is Bill's gone into a different position, and they look comfortable today for me, that's the most pleasing thing. Whether we won 5-0, lost 5-0, that was sort of irrelevant in terms of being a friendly, but it was a really good display. The players themselves, as a manager, I can talk to them and tell them they've been bad, they've been good, but as a player, you know yourself. If you're starting to play, put good performances individually and as a team, you know that yourself. You don't need to be told that. And you can see that from the lads today. They know they played well today, which is sort of bodes well for the future going forward.
So the question for Jack, give us your views on how, from a player's perspective, how do you think the game went, your own personal performance and collectively as a team?
Well, over the past couple of games, obviously we've started to play more football and keeping that momentum going in today. The whole squad was solid, all moving around for each other, running, doing those passes, the quick 1-2s, and then from my performance, just the usual running up and down, non-stop again. But yeah, as a squad, it's good. I like how we got friendly, keeping the momentum going. Yeah, positive result, it was a draw. Probably should have got a win, but overall I'm just happy with how the squad performance.
Moving back to John then, obviously the team were playing today, higher league opposition. We knew they were going to be a challenge, we knew they were somebody that was going to give us a test. So bearing in mind what you said, with a couple of players missing, how did the game evolve, and was there anything you tweeted in particular that you felt helped us get sort of back on the front foot, especially after going 1-0 down?
I think it's just what the pleasing thing for me. I never had to do much. I mean, we made a tweak in terms of formation, and we ended up sort of risking it a little bit with going back to a back three once we went 1-0 down. And we sort of stiffened up the midfield with an extra volley, and then Josh Gilbert moved in from CDM to a more attacking position. And I mean, it's no brainer. It's not being a genius as a manager. You're losing the game, you go a bit more attacking. So it's something we've done in the past. We were comfortable with a free back, and I thought the lads looked really comfortable. Just moving Josh forward in those forward positions and forward areas that helped Tom and Bill up front. And I mean, it paid off. You've seen Tom done the hard work to get the falls to Josh. And Josh is a default striker, knows where to be and pick the ball up and smash that home. But it's, I said, really sort of pleased with just the other side of it today for me. is the players coming in the wing goals at the minutes, the downs, the bends and stuff like that, will come on at half time. Sam played 45 today and Sam's like a leader, and what I asked him at half time is to sort of not crumble. Now Sam was not playing the second half, and they didn't miss him in the first 30 minutes of the second half. I thought he was even better. It was just cool legs playing football, and as a manager, that's the pleasing thing for me today.
So obviously we're joined with Jack being the man of the match, John, but can you give us your thoughts on his performance, and also whether there was any couple of players that would play a key role today in getting the result and the performance that we look for?
Well, I said like the players I mentioned, like a key role. I mean, Bristol, the goalie never had nothing to do really pretty much all game, and then he pulls out like a world-class save to keep us in it, at 0-0 at that time. Dan coming back to centre half today, I thought he looked like old Dan himself. He got switched on and motivated and a sort of bit more confident today, so that was pleasing. Mike at right back, and like Mike has been a top player for us over the last couple of years, but he's sort of played himself out of the team a few weeks ago, but that's a pleasing thing. It looks like all Mike's back for us now, so that's always pleasing. Like I said, Ben in midfield, Ben's that sort of utility man. He plays anywhere for me, left back, right back, up front, CDM, and he never lets me down. He's all for a run in action, so that was pleasing. And Jack, today, I mean, I think Jack had been unlucky probably not to be in a man of the match the previous two games ago. He played very well, so especially the 2 games ago. But today it's just all action. He's doing himself a bit of discredit, I think, just saying up and back, but he was up and back, full of energy. But also, what I liked about his performance today was when he had the ball, it was getting his head up, played short passes, his touch was good. And yeah, I thought sort of a thoroughly deserved man of the match performance.
So Jack, as we just heard John mention, he said probably unlucky the last couple of games not being in the conversation for man of the match. What do you feel you're doing wrong this season, and what do you want to work on, as well as the team goals? What's your personal goals for the season moving forward?
Personal goals is probably just growing more in confidence, like with my touch, like John said. Just if needed, taking on a couple of players, not being afraid to make these quick 1-2s and bombing on. But just like getting the experience under my belt, really. That's what I want to improve on.
Yeah, that's it. One last question for you then, John. How do the club move on from this, take this forward and implement the positive steps and the negative steps we've got to work on to take into the next games, the rest of the season, and growing it week by week and game by game?
Well, it's a sort of cliche answer. What a lot of managers say is it is just taking it game by game at the moment. What we need to continue doing is not lose focus on what we've done the last 3 games. It's very easy to slip into the old habits of starting to give the ball long and take sort of wrong options. So that's going to be the challenge going forward, is to keep the players' minds focused during this development period for their careers as well. And keep driving them the right way to play football, and to be brave and to run it in tight situations, to give a through ball for the eye of the leader. That's what we've got to keep practicing. That's the hard things to do, and we just got to keep the focus on, and keep the players focused on doing that going forward. And then at some point they won't need me to be sort of bagging on about that, because it will become more default. But for us, like I said, 1 game at a time. Still a lot of football to be played in the league going forward, so there's plenty to play for, but the sort of here and now is just concentrate on each game, play football, and then we'll see where that takes us and leaves us at Christmas time in terms of whether we mount a promotion challenge or not.
Well, thank you today both for your time. Enjoyable game. Enjoy you for the next one. Up the box.